and 59.
Yeah.
And oh boy.
Rainbow Six Siege.
It's been a crazy one today, but we're going to be talking about ego and temperament.
You could have saved that video.
Oops. Good point, I should have. But, yeah. We had to start the live stream over again, and I had to delete it because my brother made a super inappropriate joke on it that I did not thought was funny, and it was pretty fucked up, so I had to delete it. And chaos exhumed after that, so had to delete it. And brother got to learn there are certain jokes you don't joke about because of how society is. And also because they might believe that you did something wrong.
Yeah.
But let's get to it. For people who don't know, me and Val, we deal with people with an ego in the workplace. And Val, you want to explain what an ego is?
Entitlement. You know, if someone enjoys themselves and mistreating their people.
Mm-hmm. And also someone who get that, lust for power. And, like to sow it. But we both have people like that in the workplace. Val with her manager. Me with a coworker of mine. But, yeah. We all deal with it, and let me be honest, it's not fun when you did think about it. Like, at all. But I will say this, is that it could be the flat out annoying dealing with the people because they're egotistical and all that. There are so many words for it. Also, power hungry, But one thing I learned is that egotistical people, they eventually, and I'm going to bring it up from my experience, is that they eventually get cocky. They eventually start losing everything. And sometimes when they do it the wrong way, goodbye their career. And thing is that I have a coworker who's been doing that. Surprisingly, he have not got fired yet, but the only reason why, because of family friends. My wife, on the other hand, she's probably gonna get lucky soon because one, that manager you have to deal with, if she don't quit, eventually she gonna get cocky. And eventually you're gonna come right around and boop her right into it. My thing is that if you can't respect your employees, then you got to learn a lesson. You're going to learn the hard way. Because in order to get respect, you got to give respect. And it got to be neutral. Am I right, Val?
Yep.
But the fact is
I can
that
do so much already. Like, David, I can really do so much about that. When you gotta, to the point you gotta wake up at 5:30 and deal with morons.
Heck, with me, I got to get up earlier than that.
And then you're not given a promotion, even though you did everything for everybody.
Oh yeah, that will eventually change, Val. Because trust me, they won't keep getting away with it. Because eventually, it's gonna come right around and bite them on their butt. But it's something that I always say: the taller you are, the harder you fall.
Yes, I thought my workplace and every workplace needs to get some sensitivity training. Some managers don't deserve to be managers.
Mm-hmm.
And some managers need to get kicked out of their job.
True, and then you got some employees or like some coworkers who think they've been there for a longer time, think they can, boss everybody else around. And coming from my experience, I have a coworker who literally bosses everybody around and thinking of it now, like got that power control or like power hungry. Though people, what I have learned is that normally when they start getting that way, eventually there's going to be a time and a place that they lose their job and get fired.
Yep.
And that eventually does happen. So, with our experience with people like that, they they normally don't last that long when you start paying attention.
And the reason why I don't want to be a manager because I don't see a safe working environment that was used to be.
Well,
I want to go to a workplace that is fostering safe environment, that there's always growth, opportunity growth.
hmm I agree with my wife, and that's something I prefer too. But work culture, society, it's just so irritating when you know about it. But once you start figuring out how to fight against it and be smart, it start becoming way easier. And but my thing is, and I'm gonna bring it up, is that a lot of the people who do this stuff, they're lonely at home, or they're just predator or egotistical.
I'm lonely, but
You're not lonely, Val.
I want to be the bigger person.
To be honest, you're not lonely. You might think you are because of how people treat you, but there are people out there who understand.
And that, something that I learned from the other Hardy Mara McHardys. I will say that Hardyville. Something from the other Hardyville. I learned from my Hardyville. They taught me this: be there for your employee. Don't pressure them.
hmm And don't be egotistical. Now, with my experience, my coworker, and I'm gonna be respectful and not say your name out of respect, unlike you do to me when you speak about my name and talk shit about me. But to be honest, you're egotistical, you're bossy, lazy. You like to boss everybody else around. And when it rain or when it's super hot out like it's been this summer, you literally like to stay inside the building, do maintenance, and for everybody else who have a work schedule with you to go out there and do it while you just sit around inside on that little freaking machine, or just sweeping up or cleaning the bathroom while we're outside in the fucking heat.
And I have one message to those who treated me. I'm not any mention any names. You're supposed to be a leader. You're not supposed to be egotistic, bitch.
Hmm.
Because I don't see a manager like that. Otherwise, I will call you the most miserable bitch in the planet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that.
I would risk this. I risk by telling my truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen so many co-workers of mine that work with me with so much potential quit. You know why? They cannot stand you anymore. They can't stand you. I thought they don't stand with me. They don't like me because I'm autistic. I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm laughing my ass off. I thought I was the reason why they left, but
Mm-hmm.
I think I was wrong. I take it as a joke. I'm calling those people out who acted bossy and bitchy. If you don't like your managerial job, then step down.
Mm-hmm.
Learn to
Sorry.
step down. I'm schooling you motherfuckers out. Sorry for my language, guys. Sorry for those conservative people out there eating and drinking. I'm schooling those motherfuckers out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want other employees to experience the same crap that we deal.
Yep, and
If y'all don't like your job, if y'all don't like to be the top boss, then step down.
and stop.
Because there are a lot of potential people out there wanted to take your place.
Also, stop making people do your job for you and what a responsible part of your job. If it's not part of their job description, don't make them do it.
And that if that's the job that you're supposed to do, then you should do it.
And when they request days off, you're supposed to follow the law. There are laws you got to follow.
I'm sorry to call it out, but I am not calling it for myself, but I am defending other employees that quit that I know in my heart as an employee would see I see potential. I see a better high potential. You know? I see a lot of coworkers of mine that just quitted because just one person is being bossing around and being a bully.
Oh, I know.
I don't want to see other employees quit because of one person, same person again.
And not a fact. And the fact is that the people who are manager who act that way, they eventually lose their job anyway. My thing is, and they're going to be what I bring up. Don't disrespect your employees. It never end well, and it always bad. Am I right?
And I also saw one of the employees that quitted. I saw a potential in them. If I'm the manager, I saw a potential in the employee, I'm not gonna go hard on them. I would respect their boundaries.
I'm sorry, pal.
And I'm sorry if y'all try to be a bitchy bratty. It's either your husbands are gonna get your asses kicked out, or they're hooking up to another Filipina girl because Filipina girls are naturally hard workers.
That is true.
I'm sorry, this is a personal attack, guys. I'm sorry if I did a personal attack right there.
But
because there's certain leaders are disgrace to the company. I'm sorry.
And
if you're an egoistic idiot, you're just a disgrace to the company. Don't bring the company. Don't include the company on your shit show, bro.
And the other thing with my coworker, when I was saying with earlier, I was doing overtime today. They helping out with my coworker, and I did a lunch day because I normally would with my work schedule day, but from 7 to 12. I ended up doing an extra couple hours of work, and because I was doing an extra couple of hour lunch, or not lunch, but work, I'm a little tired, but
it happens.
It happens, but the thing is that I brought lunch with me today. A little too much because, ironically, because the food was going to go bad anyway, I had to throw it in the garbage. Kind of sucks. But, I did eat most of it, about 70% of it. But, I don't like doing that. Hopefully you don't do that again. But what happened is that he was putting all the work on my coworker while I was on my lunch break. He literally did not even bother going to the other side of the building and doing the other side. And when I got back, he started ordering me around. I'm saying, nope. Put my foot down, saying, nope. He got mad about it, stuck to the grocery side, and me and the other guy had to do So right before I got done with my shift, or technically when my shift was over with, while I was waiting on my coworker to get done for my ride home. Yes, I sometimes carpool home. We coworkers. It that while I was waiting, one of the higher up came up and I said I let them know about problem because they seen how empty the GM side of our building was. So I told them what been going on and how he been literally not wanting to do a job, going inside and doing maintenance. So hopefully that might get that nip in the butt real fast. If it don't end up where I lose my job, well, I'm gonna be lawyering up and literally filing a false termination lawsuit. And because I do got evidence against that, so if they try, I will be lawyering up. So don't fire someone who a hard worker if you're willing to you know. But my thing is that he either needed to get a talking to or just needed to go. So yeah. Also, with the day being the 17th, so that 2 days
You
to
do
take
the
off.
counting, huh?
I now got 29 days until I'm 26.
I'm going
So
30 next year. 30, 30.
I'm not trying to make you feel old, Val.
I'm old already. I'm an old hag.
Hey, well, you're my wife.
I'm an old hag like boy.
And I don't care that you're older than me.
I'm an
You're
old hag.
you're
Old
my
hag.
wife. But
Excuse me? I'm
my
sorry.
my thing is that even coworker could be egotistical, and reason why he is because he been working there the long out of four when it comes to job we do.
Doesn't matter, David. Doesn't matter.
Oh, I know. And he think because been there the longest, he get the everybody else around thinking he been there longest. My thing is he entitled prick. And here my thing, I always say this. Just because you've been there longer than someone doesn't mean you know everything. See? And that my thing. And he proves it because he entitled, lazy. He like putting the work on everybody else. He literally wait until everything go empty or near empty and then start working. He literally, if he's get a darn chance and there are other card associate in the building, he will literally wait out his shift, hoping he don't get caught. Literally. Nope. Which it pretty messed up in my book. Pretty messed up. And that thing, he does this stuff and he think it okay. I don't agree with that. If I was a manager, he would be the first guy to go. Heck, and then I would investigate who kept him at the job the long, and then they'll be going next. Am I right? Because only way someone like that would say that long if they have a family friend there. Which he does, and she possibly a manager, and it's a female, not a guy, so so that's something that I'm definitely going to make sure they learn the hard way up, but yeah. But it's crazy. So what about you, Val?
Well, I don't want to hurt, but I'm in the brink of quitting.
I don't blame you, but
I'm not gonna work in a place where there's egoistic behavior.
a lot of places get that, Val. You'd be surprised at how many places get that, but you'd be also surprised on how eventually the people who are egotistical get booted out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It eventually
I don't
happens.
quit a job, but I quit toxic management. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
And
quitting working for real, but I'm quitting toxic workplace.
that's something. People talk about mine and Val generation because Val is a millennial and I'm a Gen Z. We are from two different generations. Only, even though we're 3 years apart in age, we're from two different generations. With her being a millennial, being born in 1995, and me being a Gen Z, or being born in 1998. And if y'all know, the Gen Xers and Boomer, they always like to talk shit about it, saying, "Oh, your generation don't want to get a job." Well, if the economy were not dog shit, the job we had were not dog shit, and if they paid well, we would get a job. And if they treated us proper, we would get a job. And that scene, the people who say, take to a job. The only reason I'm taking to a job that I have is because for autistic people, and I'm going to bring it up, it's harder for us. Like, literally, if we get fired or we quit a job, it technically a death sentence for us because of how hard and how discriminated people are to people who are autistic. Like, if you look how bad it is for autistic in our community, like 80% of the autistic community, technically it should be around 70% now, are homeless, jobless, or technically not homeless, but 80 to 70% are jobless. With a big number when you did think about it. You also have mostly everybody with me and Val, and I'm going to bring it up for it. We're part of that percentage. People who still live with their parents who are autistic. Even though we're independent, we still live here. Still trying to get that shed paid off because here at Jane, I kind of got railroaded into bullshittery with it. But I'm not giving up because, one, I'm not a quitter. What most people don't realize, I don't quit, I don't give up. At that, I got another year to year and a half of payments on that before I'm able to start being able to work on it. That for sure. But until then, I can't. So, that kind of sucks. But, it happened in life. We learn from a mistake and we move forward. But here at Team, when I get that done and get the inside build on it, I'm definitely gonna make it easier because I am not dealing with bullshittery hell. That for sure. And the fact is, and I'm gonna bring it up, is that I should have went with a tiny house instead of a shed. Would have took me a little longer to pay it off, but would have been out of the mom help. But the kicker is, and now that I realize it, is that would still be in the same situation, but it depends on how you look at it. But still but it's gonna take a little longer. Because I do like the look of it because I did order that shed with that style of look because I loved it. And you don't get that style look with tiny houses or normal houses. So I'm not giving up on that scene because I will take through. Heck, I'll probably might only have half a year left. Probably not even that. And the day that I eventually get it paid off, I'm going to charge I'm going to start stocking up money, and I'm going to say the day that I get that set paid off, I'm going to start stocking up money, building up money, before we can build the inside of it, because I'm going to get all that done in less than about a year, because I know how much everything costs now with building material and stuff. So it's going to take me a while to build all that up, but when I do, it's going to be worth it, that for sure. Because I've been researching for years, and I mean years, on ideal for that thing, and I actually have finally came to a ideal that I love, and you seen it too, Val. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, heck, it'll be a team, and it's expired by some Chinese German houses and Japanese tiny houses ideals. Like, in a way that I never thought of until recently, that are so creative. It did blow my mind, and I like it. I like it so much. So, even though that, heck, if I do get everything in, saying and start building up money again and start building up enough, next time I might actually go for a actual tiny house, and have that as secondary, for we can have extra room and stuff, and to build out. So that would be expanding and also even more amazing,
Mm-hmm.
making it even better, bigger, better.
Oh yeah.
And heck, they'll also make it as like a little guest house too, in that certain way. So it's starting to go down, meaning it is. Yep, 8:30 days are starting to get short again. At that time of year again, days are actually starting to slowly get shorter again, because about a month ago the sun was going down around 8:40, and it did not start to get dark until then. But with the day getting shorter and shorter, it's getting good. Am I right, Val?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Val been freaking out about her laptop because of what happened earlier. And I do blame my brother for it. But, he going the hard way. But that's something I will be looking forward to, because finally it will be another step forward. Now, also, it will give me an excuse to find a piece of land to buy, too, once I get everything paid for, if y'all know what I mean. And that would be even better, being able to have a piece of land to move out on, just to be more independent and away from, being stuck at, on the mom property. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But also, I do want to bring something up, and it is something that is a little politics. Because y'all know I do not like Trump or Trump or Kamala or Kamala. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I'm not red or blue, not Republican or Republican or Democrat. My bad. I'm not both of them. I don't support both sides.
I understand.
Kamala, I do not support her. I don't even support Trump. And here, Jane, reason why with Kamala and Trump I don't support them, and people are going to say, oh, Kamala would be the first female president in history if we vote for her. And here's the kicker. I'm going to bring it up. She's not a good president. Heck, Trump is not either, but even though I don't like him, I'd rather bite the bullet with him over her. And here's the reason why. 1, she supported Autism Speaks. 2, she supported eugenics against autistic people. So, that's a big no-no. For anybody in the autistic community that know, yeah, that's not a good thing. 3, when she was the DA of San Francisco, she put over 60,000 people, innocent people, in jail who did not commit crime. Then used them as free labor for California, aka slave labor. So, that another bad part.
I'm just scared of my laptop goes effed up soon.
But also, I know Val, I don't blame you. But also, she had evidence that or not evidence, she kept on blocking evidence for a guy on death row that would prove him innocent and would have set him free. It only took her higher up, the people above her, to get that evidence passed through to finally let him free, saving him from death row. And that's pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
Also, with what she did in California, let's be honest, California been ran into the ground. And Val can vouch for that because you've been in California.
And My Little Pony.
Like, for people who don't know, back from the beginning of 2019 all the way up until mid-2020 before she moved here to South Carolina, for about a year, she lived in California when Camara still ran the state. And the kicker is she only stepped down to become vice president. She was still, the kicker, she was still the senator of California all the way up until she became the vice president.
Mm-hmm.
So to imagine how bad that would be. Am I right, Val?
Yep.
Like, it's so fucked up when you know the history. Plus, her belief on autistic people, and here the other thing, reason why I will never support her, is that she supports the neutering and spading up autistic people. She support us getting our tallylikers neutered like animals, where we can't have kids. I'm sorry, but that's fucked up. That is one of the more fucked up things that I will say. And I will never support her for all that. Because she literally wants to sterilize the autistic community where we can't reproduce. And that's pretty bad. And with her past supporting autism speaks, that other thing. And also, if y'all remember when I was talking about stuff about her yesterday live stream with Brightline, she literally is one of the reasons why it took so long for California high-speed rail to get on the ground building.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Most people don't even realize that.
Oh, yeah?
So, that's a bad thing. Plus, also, with the transit community, it would be a big blow for the transit community if people realized and was smart enough. And Alan Fisher, it's you, bud? I would not vote for her, trust me.
Oh, really?
I hate to break it to you, bud. She's not a transit supporter. She not. She may look like one, but that deceiving. It is deceiving look.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Still checking your laptop?
I'm checking my stats.
Alright. Val was playing Rainbow Six Siege earlier. That's the reason why she's checking everything. But one thing I learned, people who act that way are more dirty than what we realize. That a fact that I have learned long ago. And it's a fact that I'm getting more and more knowledge about, every day.
Sorry about that, David.
And sometimes it ought to be a good thing to know about it. It's better to know about stuff that people don't want you to know about than being into the area of not knowing, being in the unknown.
Oh, yeah.
Because one,
What?
oh, I'm sorry about the yarning, but
Mostly.
But it's better to be in that area of known than being in the area unknown. Like, I know you don't like wanting to know about stuff, but it's better to know about it than not knowing about it because it gives you a fighting chance.
Sorry, David, I was looking to his stats.
Of course you do.
No, yeah, no kills at all, buddy.
Oof. But, yeah.
Heavy metal.
but the thing I will say is that
Seven. 6, 7.
I don't support Trump or
Deadly Omen.
Kamara or Kamala. Ugh, that name is
He
hard
doesn't play that
to work,
much.
but also I'm gonna bring it up as a gateful fact. That's not a black person name, not a white person name either.
Really?
Kamara or Kamala, if I remember, is a Hindu or Indian name, meaning from India. That where I heard the name before, even though it's hard to pronounce, but it mostly in the Indian community that I have friends in. But yeah, she not fully black. She what we call mixed, which I'm part mixed because I got Blackfoot and Cherokee Indian with me and other nationalities. And that she also, and the one thing I will say, I don't respect people who are mixed, who, and hear me out on it, hear me out. For people who are mixed who say, oh, I'm not mixed, I'm just one color, blank, 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 I don't respect you. I respect people say who are mixing, yeah, I am mixed, I'm mixed with certain races. Those are people I respect. So, right there. So, listen to the whole thing out. I don't I don't respect Bubba Wally because he not fully black. He biracial or mixed, so he lost my respect there. Same with Kamara or Kamala. She not fully black either. And that oh yeah, that a fact when you start looking into the history of it. I can't remember if either her dad or mom that was black and one of her, it was either her dad or mom that was black. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know one of her parents was black and the other one is Indian. That for sure.
Oh yeah.
But my thing is that I prefer people who are on it about what they're mixed with, and instead of deciding with one race. Because the people decide with one race when they're mixed or biracial are more racist than people realize. And that's something I have noticed. So that's why I don't side with anybody at all. Hell. And coming from an autistic and from my experience, it that and from most of my friends who are black and mixed, we debate about this a lot, and they all agree with me on to hell. They don't. It coming from the friend of mine who are black and mixed, they do not respect people who use one skin color saying, "Oh, I'm white. Oh, I'm black" when they're mixed. The friends of mine who do that, or not do that, but talk to me about it, we agree. And we agree that people who are mixed, aka biracial and all that, who did say with one card saying, "Oh, I'm black," we don't think that respectful. Heck, we think that they're respectful and deceitful. It the most deceitful stain you can pull, like you're mixed, not fully black. Stop being deceitful. And that's something I learned long ago. But yeah. But it's been a crazy. But hopefully that cleared the air with that. But it did been a crazy. Now, hopefully either next week, and yes, either next week or week after, I'm going to get my hair cut. I need to get it cut. It's something that I seriously need to be thinking about because it getting too long. And I mean too long. But it is already 8:30.
And also, I mean, there's some behind those people are egoistic, there's also supporting people, supporting coworkers.
That's true.
Certain coworkers that support me, they missed me. I missed them too.
Mm-hmm.
I missed them so much.
I know, Val. But Val, was I right about what I was just talking about? About people who are mixed who use one's color
Mhm.
when they're mixed instead of being honest about it are
Mhm.
deceitful. Heck, Camara's deceitful with her history.
I'm
But
really pissed right now. That computer was so delicate.
mm, haven't been acting up.
Not really.
Might have gotten lucky. Might have gotten lucky.
That kid. Look, it's not acting up. It's so good.
As long as it's not acting up, you dodge a bullet. That,
That doesn't mean. Tell the.
but yeah, Val's still concerned about that. But might have dodged the bullet. That for sure. But I will say this: is that as we get older, we learn more and more. We grow, we wise up, and one thing I'll be saying, wiseness come from experience, not age. You learn as you get older, but you got to be willing to be open minded. Those are the people who are able, and I'm gonna be on about this. There are people who are gonna be able to be wise, but yeah, but it's something I learned. But yeah,
I'm scared for my lap. That was my baby.
I know, Val. I know, but I hope everybody enjoyed the live stream. I hope everybody enjoyed the stuff we talked about tonight. And I hope everybody have a great Saturday night. Please like and subscribe.
Snuckle.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Hold on, let me do that again. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
And have a nice night.
Snuckle.
Peace.